Thunder drag racing. We're heading to Sydney Dragway, and it is the Gulf Western Oil Nitro Thunder. We're talking top fuel today. With me, Mark Allen. Couldn't have better weather for it.
I'm excited because cool conditions usually means quick times in top fuel drag racing, 500 plus kilometres an hour.
We got a battle royal on for the championship. Kelly Betts, we just saw there on screen. This man is back. Darren Morgan, he could be a cat amongst the pigeons. And of course the Rapisarda teammates are all in it. Rusty Gregory caught up with our defending champ.
Kelly Betts, current points leader, reigning champion in top fuel, coming into the second last round of the championship. This is a time in the season when the pressure's on.
Yeah, 100%. And look, being in the lead, we want to stay there. So, yeah, we need to see win lights, nothing but win lights this event. So we want to keep up the top there and keep that momentum going into the Winternationals.
A little bit challenging losing yesterday because of the weather. Obviously, that makes things hard when you come into race day. A little bit blind. Didn't go the way you wanted in the test pass, but first round of racing's a different deal. Yeah,
look, we all had to just go out there and give it a go. Hard to know. We didn't get any testing yesterday, as you said. So we took a swing at it. Obviously didn't, quite work, but we've got the data from it and make some changes and we'll go back out again.
You've won a championship already. You're in the championship hunt again this year. Are you attacking it any different than you did last year, or is it all just going out, do your own thing and get down the racetrack?
No different. It's every time we go out there, we want to get the win light. So the attitude of the team, the attitude of me is the same. Like, you want to do nothing but make sure that everything is done right in that car so that the end result is the win lights. And yeah, it's all the same. It's all the same season to another season. As much pressure as the last one.
Well, the pressure is on. Kelly Betts, defending champ. She is on top of the table with 263, but it's a very skinny margin to Wayne Newby. And in fact, his Rapisarda teammate, Ashley Sanford. Phil Reed's still within mathematical reach. Damien Harris is still within reach. And of course, we've got the wild card this weekend, Darren Morgan.
Well, Darren Morgan back after an 18-month layoff, back in the seat. It's got to feel good to be back out here racing.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a bit of fun. The sun's out today, not rain like it's been, and the people are real appreciative of us being here, so yeah, it's cool.
First time out in the car, it was really throwing a bit of a dart at the dartboard as far as getting the car down the racetrack, and it seemed like it did what you wanted in that test pass.
Oh, yeah, there's a bit more technology than that. Benny's very, very clever at what he does. It's a tough gig, but it wasn't a race pass, so it dropped the hole later in the pass, but it done everything we wanted it to do. We knew it was a little rich and conservative in that area, so it just sailed on down there. It was perfect.
So the plan from this point on is only to do this event and then see what happens, see how the funding goes, looking at the winters next season.
We're still waiting for your check to clear, mate.
He could be waiting for a while if he's talking about Rusty Gregory's check. There is Ashley Sanford. We are heading into round one of 3 rounds of all-run racing. Mark, the interview there alluded to the fact that we had a test day yesterday, but it was totally rained out. The teams had one shot at the track this morning, and now it's straight into racing.
That it is. We see the car of Damien Harris here burning out. And he will be taking on Phil Reed to the left of the screen. Harris ran a pass in that test session earlier today, shut off to an early 3.92 second elapsed time, so that was pretty stout.
Harris has laid down some extremely quick times this season, but just hasn't got as many win lights as he would have liked. Over there in the other lane, Phil Reed, well, they have really stepped the act up with the Jim Reed Racing Top Fuel car. The Black Member, as they affectionately call this chassis, they qualified for the final at the last round here at Sydney before the rain came, and we didn't get to determine a winner there. And I think they're just looking to continue where they left off, Mark.
I think you're correct there, mate. They've been really, really consistent in that 380 zone in that drag. So we see the Harris strokes here. The crew chiefs just make sure everything is absolutely perfect before we send these beasts down.
There's crew chief Bruce Reed looking over and nodding to Santo Rapisarda Jr., Damien Harris's crew chief. Yep, all ready. Send the drivers in, and then we're up to who's going to get to 500 kilometres an hour first. Who's going to get that win line? Big whole shot to Reed, and he's carried it home. A 384 beats a 380. Harris, the quicker time, 516 kilometres an hour. But Phil Reed got there first, and all happened here, Mark.
Oh, let's break down this pass. A 004 light from Reed. Harris runs the quickest pass of the season in Top Fuel. He doesn't get the win because of the whole shot in Reed's lane. They run a PB with a 384. We just seen a 380 and a 384 here in the very first pairing of Top Fuel. Oh, that 377 national record could take a battering tonight, possibly.
You could see the little jump on the start line there by Phil Reed. And the whole Reed fam's got to be on top of the world.
I'm down here with Bruce Reed, crew chief for Phil. Sometimes the driver gets a job done for you, mate. Whole shot win there for Phil.
Yeah, it was a good drive by Phil. He's been practicing since last year because Kelly Betts leaves normally before everybody else, and we've been really hammering him. And even in the first qualifier today, I said to Kelly, can you leave when you hear our motor go? But he's been practicing, so well done.
I wouldn't be expecting too many favourites from Kelly this weekend. She's got a championship on the line, as you guys do. 384, that's good form for you.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Junior's got his car trucking, so but I mean, there's 8 quality cars here, so it's going to be a crapshoot.
Yeah, we've got a happy Phil Reed here, mate. You were not asleep on the line. 004 reaction gets you the win.
Very good, and I thought I was late. But no, hats off to my crew. Premier Hire, obviously North Vic Motors, but yeah, no, and obviously my brother and, all these boys, go the next round. I think it went, what did it go, 84?
Yeah, 84.
Yeah, it quit before the finish. I thought he's going to drive around me, but it quit before the finish. So the mile an hour was probably down. I don't know what it was, but yeah, no, it's a win's a win. So, and hopefully we might go low, but those Sando cars are pretty stout. So I think somebody will go quicker than 84.
Good luck in the next round. Back up to you guys in the commentary box.
Yeah, well, somebody already has run quicker than the 84, and it was the guy that lost the race, Damien Harris.
Wow.
380, though, that's got to put him in a good stead for the 8 bonus points for low ET of the round. But we've got another 6 cars that are going to challenge that yet.
We've got the Queen of Speed, Rochelle Splatt here, back at Sydney Dragway, taking on Ashley Sanford to the left of the screen for Rapisarda Autosport International.
Yeah, the battle of 2 of the 3 ladies in the field this weekend at the Gulf Western Oil Nitro Thunder. And of course, Rochelle up from Victoria, representing the event sponsor, Gulf Western Oil. Ashley Sanford flies in from California for each round of the Top Fuel Championship, driving this Rapisarda Autosport International team for Sando Rapisarda and the family, backing by Titan Cranes and Atlantic Oils. Man, this should be a good run.
This is going to be a really good run. Last time out for Rochelle Splatt at this very racetrack, she actually got runner-up at this event, and they ran very consistent 390 laps times there. You can see Rochelle bringing the straights into stage. The crew cleaning those rear slicks off, make sure there's no loose debris there at all.
You see Crew Chief Glenn Micris from the US. He's over here making all of the tuning calls. Rob Cavannino, crew chiefing for Ashley Sanford. It really is a team sport, drag racing, particularly in Top Fuel.
It takes a lot of crew members to get these cars down the racetrack here at Sydney Dragway.
This'll be all Ashley Sanford. Got a small hole shot, runs a 384, 512 kilometres an hour. Rochelle's 415 is really respectable, but I mean, Ashley made it look slow.
Yeah, you can see it to the right side of the screen on Rochelle Splatt's car there. It's actually got a drop cylinder in that engine, so raw fuel pumping out of that bike, robbing the car for about 1,000 horsepower there for Rochelle Splatt. But actually Sanford, that team, another PB for Sanford for the Rapisarda car as well.
We've seen 3 380s out of 4 passes. I mean, the conditions are absolutely perfect.
The track is tight. And I'll tell you what, Rochelle Splatt doesn't drop a cylinder. She probably would have been in the 3-second zone, but we've got a happy Rapisarda team on the start line.
I'm not sure if this is Top Fuel or modified, because we've had 4 cars down the track and 3 of them have been in the 380s, all within 400s. Rob Cavagnino, crew chief for Ashley Sanford. That's a win. That's more points in the bank, and that's a good run.
Yeah, no, that's good. We can't be any happier. I mean, we've been struggling with clutch plate issues really for the last 3 rounds. CNA said, look, let's just get the right parts in, so we shipped in some new plates and bang, you saw what she did today, 388, 384, and you need to run that because it's going to be a tough field. These guys are going to run quicker behind us.
You still got 2 more runs tonight, mate?
Yeah, they are. Anyway, it's a great day for racing and a beautiful racetrack.
Absolutely. Congratulations, mate. Go get your driver.
Thank you.
Oh, we're busy down. Ashley Sanford is absolutely pumped with the win. We're going to give her a few words. How was that? 384.
You know, I'm so happy and so proud of this team right here. That is a team best for us. So what an exciting way to start this day off. 88-84. I can't wait to see what we do next. But lots of love to the Rapisarda boys, to our crew chief Rob. His daughter's birthday was this weekend. So there's so much excitement going on. We want to get a win today.
Good luck in round 2.
Thank you.
So, Mark, that's 384 for Sanford, 384 for Reed. It's going to come down to the thousandths as to who gets the higher ET bonus points out of this round.
Yeah, how exciting is this all-run format here for the 400 Thunder Series? We're on board with the canopy dragster of Wayne Newby, second in the championship there, going through the burnout procedure. And he'll back up very shortly.
There, beside him, right of screen, Terry Sainty. Fantastic to see that team back on track here at Sydney Dragway for the Gulf Western Oil Nitro Thunder.
Now, of course, the Sainty team do it a little bit differently than the other Top Fuel Dragster teams this weekend. Their engine is built and designed in-house. Of course, it's a 3-valve overhead cam design engine designed by Terry's dad, the late, great Stan Sainty. And this car was on a bit of a tear earlier today in testing, almost into the 3-second zone. So these guys are really getting a hold of that tune-up as well.
Yeah, great to see Eagle Silicon Ignition leads who have been with the team for years, continuing their support. And also, of course, our event sponsor, Gulf Western Oil. There is Santino Rapisarda on the left of the car. He crew chiefs this, the leading car of the Rapisarda Autosport International team. The only one we have running at the event with a full canopy windscreen deal. There's a nice close-up of that unique Sainty 3-valve per cylinder top fuel engine. Good crowd in here at Sydney Dragway. Wayne Newby, 382, 502 kilometres an hour. Terry Sainty lost a supercharger belt, still ran 402. So close to the 3-second zone for that team.
Yeah, well, mate, Wayne Newby, he gets the win 3-2. That is stout, but I've got to say, I'm really impressed with Terry Sainty there. 402, and it looks like he had a drop cylinder on the hit as well, as we can see from behind for Newby, getting the win, the crew. Happy there. Great times. That's the second quickest pass of this session as well for the Newby team.
Well, crew chief Santino has now seen all three of the Rapisarda cars run into the 380s, Rusty.
Denny with Santino Rapisarda absolutely overjoyed with that win. Currently the high points car at the moment, despite not being the quickest car. Congratulations, mate. That's got to put a big smile on your face.
After the test run, we're a bit nervous, but seeing something like that just brings your confidence back. I didn't think it would go that quick, but it's definitely competitive to win today. So it's really risen our spirits on the team. So we'll run with that and see what we can do.
Is there anything better than getting a pat on the back from your dad saying good job?
Oh, nothing better on race day. Nothing better.
Yeah, Wayne Newby's alongside me. You got some valuable points after round 1 into this championship that you're chasing.
Yeah, we had to be careful there. We tripped on our feet a little bit on that first run, and we just had to back it down a bit, and it felt a bit better than the 382, but good to get the win, and just hopefully that maybe Darren Morgan might help us out this round.
Yeah, well, good luck turning the car around.
Thank you.
Well, he's referred to Darren Morgan, the man we called a possible spoiler at this weekend, because as he comes forward with the AEG Power Tools McDonald back car from Mildura, his first event for the season, he is up beside Kelly Betts in the Lamattina family Fuchs Top Fuel Dragster. Kelly, the championship leader, Kelly, the defending champion, and all of that Rapisarda team are going to be watching the result of this race, because if Darren Morgan can get a win light here, wouldn't that throw the whole championship upside down?
It would big time, because the teams in 2nd, 3rd and 4th in the championship have all won round 1 of racing here so far. So the pressure is back on our defending champion, Kelly Betts. You cannot take Morgan lightly. His crew chief, Ben Patterson, has been travelling the last 18 months from the United States of America, Europe, learning, tuning, crewing on these top fuel dragsters. He would have learnt a lot in the last 18 months, so you cannot take these guys lightly at all. And of course, he's a 4-time top fuel champion as well, Darren Morgan.
But equally, the Lamattina team, you know, the operation that family has put together is second to none. Absolutely. And, well, the choice to to pick a young lady that was racing in modified eliminator and put her in a top fuel car, paid dividends last year with a championship in a rookie year. Can she make it 2 in a row? She wants a win light here to do that. What a drag race! Kelly Betts gets it a 387, whole shot to a 386. How good is this?
Oh, Top Fuel round 1 is putting on a show. Another whole shot victory here for Kelly Betts. Darren Morgan hasn't lost anything at all in that 18-month layoff. Have a look at the replay here. 2 almost perfect passes side by side. 387, 386.
Win margin has to be down to hundredths of a second. Absolutely brilliant first round of Top Fuel at Sydney Dragway. Phil Lamattina, his driver's heading in with a win.
Guys, that was an insane race. Side by side, Danny, with Phil Lamattina, car owner for Kelly Betts. The driver pulled one out again for you there, mate.
Yeah, well, what can I say? Top Fuel's really turned it on, and that's all we're here for, just fast and safe racing. And Kelly's doing the job in the car. The boys are doing, an awesome job on putting the car back together and that. So, yeah, look, we're just happy days. Another round win. Not the maximum points. The Rapisarda cars are coming at us, which you don't expect anything different. So, man, it's tough out here.
When you got 6 of the 8 cars in the 380s, that is incredible.
Yeah, well, which way can we go now? So we'll just go a little bit faster, I suppose, and try and keep up with the boys. But, yeah, it's just fantastic.
Well, she's still the championship leader, mate, I think, at this stage. Very, very close. But, mate, congratulations. Go get your driver.
Yeah, Kelly Betts, you're defending your championship down here, and you've got yourself a round 1 win. That's got to be a bit of confidence in the bank.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you just said it was a whole shot win. I'm not sure what the reactions were there, but felt awesome to get that car down after the test pass there. But credit to the crew, credit to all the boys. We got it down there and we got the win.
Yeah, well, good luck into round 2.
Thank you.
Round 1, 6 of the cars in 380s, 2 of the races won on whole shots. The bonus elapsed time points are going to be critical. Wayne Newby ended up with the most points with 27, Ashley Sanford 26, Phil Reid 25, Kelly Betts 23, Damien Harris got 5 loose points, but 8 ET points, puts him on 13. All of these races are going to be back for round 2. We're going to have that straight after the break, and when 400 Thunder Top Fuel is turning it on like it is here at Sydney Dragway for the Gulf Western Oil Nitro Thunder, make sure you're with us.
And then it's also the track is going to be a little bit better than what it was earlier today. So usually in these sorts of conditions, setups and that, they're about 200-300s quicker. And then you're knocking on the door of national record times then, Rob.
Well, Kelly Betts knows that she needs a lot of points in this round if she's going to make the major final. She's down there with Rusty Gregory.
She's running away from me here, and she's not going to get too far. Kelly Betts, our current Top Fuel points leader, reigning champion in the 400 Thunder Series. Kel, you pulled one out in that first round, got the whole shot win. Not a bad way to do it.
Yeah, we were happy with that. The car was on a pretty decent number, to be honest. Early incrementals showed 79, 80-ish. But yeah, started to turn the tyre and then put a hole out. So we're feeling good.
That first round racing was pretty incredible in terms of Top Fuel. We had 6 of the 8 cars in the 380s. That is absolutely insane.
Yeah, unbelievable. I was sitting in the car and I just heard every pass, like everyone's just going down, and then it's like 80 this, 80 that, and 80. I thought it was really awesome.
And all those little bonus points, they're going to add up at the end of the year because at the moment there's not a lot of points in it as far as first and second in the championship. Newby, that bloke over there, he's trying to chase you down. So all these little points will add up after the all-run format.
Oh, 100%. And that's why we're all going for quick ETs. I'm sure all of us are shallow staging as best as we can.
going for that reaction time. You're not ever tempted to just roll it in a little bit deeper and try and, I guess, pull out a little bit of reaction time, cover yourself in glory rather than the tuner?
Nah, our main focus is to get the ET on the board, and look, my reaction times obviously go a little bit slower because of the shallow staging, but I'm trying to hit the trees best I can with that. So trying to hold shot as well as staging shallow and getting the ET on the board.
Well, Mark Kelly talking about staging shallow to improve ET. How's that work?
Well, she'll bring the dragster right into stage and stage on that front edge of the front wheel. And as the car launches, the timers won't start until the back of the wheel gets through the beam. So it's sort of like a run-up before the timers actually start.
Little rolling start. So, gets that little advantage, which might be as small as 2 or 3 thousandths, but it could make the difference whether you get 8 ET points or 7 ET points in this 3-round all-run system.
Exactly, the crew chiefs love it. And I tell you what, there's a bit of a pop out of Reed's car then when they fired that up. They all looked at each other and it seems all good. They're going forward. Darren Morgan going through the burnout procedure. And Phil Reed finishing off his procedure as well.
That car sounds nice and crisp now. Not sure what that pop was on the fire up, but obviously nothing important. Phil Reed, he got a whole shot win in round 1. Darren Morgan was the victim of a whole shot against him. These two are going to be fired up.
Definitely, as a racer, Darren Morgan, he's going to have that in the back of his mind as well. So he's going to be going into stage thinking, I need to hit this tree. I've got to be quick. I can't let Phil Reed get any sort of advantage on me at all on this racing surface here.
Phil Reed, though, 004 means he was only 4 thousandths away from, 5 thousandths away from a red light. So that's got to play on your mind too.
Yeah, definitely. And that was the best reaction time we've seen so far this season in Top Fuel as well. So he'll be really proud as a driver hitting that sort of reaction time there in round 1. But it all happens again. What you did in round 1 doesn't matter now. It's round 2 here for the 400 Thunder. Of course, we have the Gold Coast and Oil Nitro Thunder event here. Darren Morgan was 200 slower than Phil Reed in round 1 of racing. Reed had lane choice. He's taken to the other side of the racetrack here.
All these cars in the 3.8 second zone in round 1. Can we see 370s tonight at the Gold Western Oil Nitro Thunder? It's on the cards. Reed was so far out in front, then the engine dies and a 396 at 503 kilometres an hour for Darren Morgan, and what a come from behind win, Mark.
Yeah, Reed was out on him. He went 8.41 to the 60 foot in that drag, so he was streaking away, and then he's lost power and let Morgan come back past him for the win. He was spinning at the top end as well. By the looks of it, that dragster was getting a bit swishy on him. As we watch the replay here, Reed out real strong, not too sure what happened down track yet. And you see Morgan to the left of the screen just get past him.
Well, not the sort of win that Darren would have liked, but it's still 20 points in the bank, and the crew chief saw it get there.
Yeah, down here on the start line with Ben Patterson, mate. I don't think you're putting enough nitro through this car. I'm not crying enough down here on the start line, mate. That thing was absolutely pumping. 396. That's a round win. Congratulations.
Yeah, and I got the win. We wanted to be a little bit faster than that, but it's coming along pretty well. And hopefully we get to run again tonight, and we'll put on a bit better of a show.
You got to be a little bit more kind to yourself, because that's only the third run on the combination. 396 into the threes. That's good, mate. That's not too shabby.
Yeah, no, we're just having fun this weekend, and it's awesome to be here in front of all you people. So you guys have a good night.
Yeah, Darren Morgan, welcome back to Top Fuel, and you get yourself a round win.
Yeah, I think I had it out of the groove. It was a bit loose up the top there, but anyway, we got a win, so it's cool.
Yeah, it's good to see you back here racing as well, so we hope to see you here more.
We want to be here more. Find me a sponsor and we'll be rocking here all the time, matey.
Well, good luck with that. We'll see you in round number 3 anyway.
Thank you very much, guys.
It would be great to see Darren Morgan on the 400 Thunder Top Fuel Trail a little more often. There is Ashley Sanford. That was a bit weird. There's only flame out one side of the engine, Mark.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. You don't normally see that in the burnout for the Top Fuel drags as the flames out of the pipe. So that's interesting. Definitely a bit odd, but it shouldn't be cause any dramas here. We see Terry Saney to the right of screen backing up in this dragster. So close to that first 3-second pass in round 1. They had a drop cylinder from the hit of the throttle, so if it doesn't drop a cylinder, I reckon he was definitely in that 3-second zone.
Yeah, Ashley Sanford's got to be careful here, because Terry definitely has the ability to get up and bite. And we've just seen Phil Reed, he lost in round 2, so he's got 1 win from 2 starts. Darren Morgan's got 1 win from 2 starts. To get to that championship final, to get the biggest swag of points later on tonight, what you want is 2 wins from 2 starts and the most number of bonus points for quick elapsed times as possible. Ashley, this is a must-win race for her if she wants to have a shot at going into that championship final and maybe claiming her first ever gold Christmas tree trophy. But Terry Sandy, wouldn't we love to see a win light come on for that team?
I think there'd be a bit of a cheer here if he did that.
And it will be Sanford, not without effort there, a 385 over the 500 again at 509. And Terry Sandy was taking a tour. Something's gone wrong. His engine went quiet. And then I thought, well, I don't know. I thought Ashley may have been headed for the centre line there because it took a big step.
Yeah, just having a look at the replay here. Sanford to the right of screen. She was in the centre of the group, but then it started moving towards the finish line there. It might have been spinning the tyres down track, as we saw in Morgan's pass as well. She did the right thing, buttoned it off, but she had a bit of fun in the braking area, bringing the Dragster up from 500 kilometres per hour.
Have a look at the flame on the left-hand side for Ashley Sanford. A little bit of green tinge there, so might have been burning up a head gasket towards the finish line.
Yeah, the head gaskets are made of copper, so when they start burning up, they get a bit of a green tinge in the flame that you see out of the exhaust pipes.
Well, that is one of the Rapisarda cars through with 2 wins from 2 starts. Now we have Wayne Newby to take on Rochelle Splatt. Rochelle for Gulf Western Oil, Wayne Newby for Atlantic Oil. You got to love the way the oil companies get involved in top fuel drag racing because it's the ultimate research and development lab. Nobody punishes oil like these guys.
Yeah, when you're talking 10,000 horsepower on nitro and methane, you need the right stuff inside that engine. As we see Rochelle Splatt there backing up, you see a hand on the handbrake there, slowing the Dragster down as they come back. They don't actually have a foot brake in these Dragsters, they have a handbrake. So she backs up and we see Newby on screen here as well.
Great picture from the onboard looking back the length of this Rapisarda Autosport International car. There is Santino Rapisarda that's been calling the shots on this team for quite some time. Glenn Micris doing likewise for Rochelle Splatt. She was so close to the 3-second zone in round 1. We've seen the equaliser with Darren Morgan taking a win against Phil Reed. Ashley Sanford's got 2 wins from 2 starts. Now the pressure is on this man because Wayne Newby, he's number 2 in the points. If he wants to challenge Kelly Betts, he has to win here. Newby will win because Rochelle Splatt with a problem very early. Hey, how consistent is this car? 3.84 seconds again, 502 kilometres an hour.
More importantly, he was 0.02 of a second quicker than Ashley Sanford, so he picks up some bonus points there. Wayne Newby, I'm not sure what happened with Rochelle's car. She got off the start line pretty strong and then it lost power about 20-30 metres down track.
Yeah, it didn't go far off the start line. Newby's car looked to be the front end wandering a little bit, but he's driven it all the way to over 500 kilometres an hour. 2 from 2 for the Rapisarda team, all chiefed up by Santino.
0.02 of a second, you are into the final over your teammate. That's all that was in it, 0.02 of a second. Santino Rapisarda, happy man, into another final with that canopy car.
This format thing just hasn't sunk in that it's just happened like that I'm in the final, so I'm still getting my head around that, but started to sizzle the head off, but they're replaceable, and I'm just happy to do a repeat run. Last time we came out for the night session eliminations and we messed it up, so we wanted to learn from that, and it's made it down the racetrack on a cold, tight track, and we'll work from that, and hopefully we come out on top.
All that modified experience crewing is starting to rub off. Some consistency in top fuel today, mate.
Sometimes you just can't get too greedy. An 82, you've got to be happy with that, and an 84, that's can't be happy with that.
Absolutely. Matt Kavanagh's at the top end of the racetrack.
Yeah, we're here with Ashley Sanford. You've done 2 wins. You're the first top fueler to get 2 wins in this championship round.
Oh, I'm so excited and so happy. That was a wild run for me. I felt like I was holding on. It was not wanting to really stick. It was shaking pretty good, but I just didn't want to let off the throttle. Got it down there at 85. Man, we are just consistent right now. So if we could pull off one great number like this Rapisarda Team C might be able to pull this off.
We just watched Newby get a win as well, so you could be your teammate in the final.
Oh, man. It's fun, but you know what, Noobs? I love you. It's time to get some revenge. We got to take that guy down.
Yeah, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, Mark, I've just been doing some quick mental arithmetic here. For Kelly Betts to make the final, she has to win this race and run low ET of the round. That's the way it works out for me. For her to get enough points to get ahead of Ashley Sanford, Newby's there regardless of what happens.
Yep.
He will be racing either Ashley Sanford or Kelly Betts.
That's the simple mathematics there right there. So at the moment it's a Sanford Newby final. Kelly Betts is the only other driver now that can potentially change that final, and she needs to do that because Newby is nipping at her heels in the championship as well.
So she not only needs to win, she needs to run faster than the cars that have already been down the track in round 2, and she needs to beat the quickest car on grounds today, which is Damien Harris, who's lined up beside her.
And not only is he the quickest car on the grounds today, he's the quickest car so far this season in Top Fuel with a 3.80 in round 1.
Australian record holder in the 3.7 second zone. There's Santo Rapisarda Jr. just making those final arrangements. Look at Wayne Newby.
It's a big race in the championship for the Rapisardas here.
He is willing on his teammate Damien Harris. Junior taps the wing. It's all up to Damo now. Can Kelly Betts get a win? Can she run low ET? Can she go to the final? It won't be Harris. He has trouble. 394 with a 7. She needed a 384 with a 7. Car at 488 kilometres an hour. Slowed it down a little bit. That is going to make it a Newby-Sanford final.
Mate, it was amazing. Wayne ran off. He wanted to watch this race. He knew how critical it was in his championship. And Wayne, you got yourself a win, and you're going with Ashley Sanford to the final.
Yeah, that's really great for Sano and the Rapisarda family. Shame Damien couldn't put Kelly out then, but I think we still might be going points lead. We'll just see what happens, and we'll go on to the next round in the final and see if we can beat Ashley, or we just see what happens. Whoever wins, it'll be a great race.
We love when a championship comes down to the final races.
Yeah, can't wait. Like, it's going to be a good battle between our car and the Lamattina car. Can't wait for that.
Well, good luck in the final.
Thank you.
Well, Rob, I'm looking at this. Now, that was a really slow pass for Kelly Betts. It's really hard to see, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had a dropped cylinder or something, which you can't really see at night because of the flames. But a 394, as we see issues, obviously, with Harris there on the head. The chute's coming out earlier. It tells me something's popped in the supercharger or something there, the manifold.
Yeah, because that's an automatic system. If the burst panel goes in the supercharger, the parachutes are out automatically. This is the angle that we'll probably see something in the top end for Kelly Betts.
Yeah, you can't see anything here. It looks like a clean straight pass across the finish line. It looks like they're just down on horsepower, potentially there for Kelly's, but I guarantee that 394 is not what they were looking for.
Yeah, Kelly's car did make a move at half track and probably cost her a spot in the final.
Yeah, I'm here with Kelly Betts, and you won 2 rounds out of 2, but not quite enough to go to that final this weekend.
Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. The car was moving around a lot up there, so I don't know if that's just wiped off a bit of ET for us. But look, I thought it ran all right. I suppose we'll just go into the next round and try and get as many points as we can. So, yeah. Still a good result, I suppose.
Yeah, it livens up the championship, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, Wayne getting through now to the final, that's going to make a bit of a difference to things. So we'll see how it all ends up.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you.
Well, Kelly does come back for round 3, but she won't be racing for the biggest swagger points. That'll be Wayne Newby, who's already got 55, Ashley Sanford with 53. Kelly Betts with 49. She's only dropped 6 points to Wayne Newby so far. Phil Reed, Darren Morgan, Damien Harris, Terry Sadie, Rochelle, they'll all be back chasing more championship points to add to the table. That's round 3. That's where we're going to see another 4 great Top Fuel races. It's coming up after the break. Make sure you don't go anywhere. some fantastic top fuel action in every single race, Mark.
I tell you what, I've actually got my jumper on now, Rob, and the conditions have got considerably colder than round 2 of racing. It'll be interesting to see how these top fuel dragsters go now here in round 3, because colder conditions, sometimes it can be a bit tougher to get these cars down. The crew chiefs really start to earn their dollars.
Well, what we've seen, though, from the Pro Alcohol cars and Pro Slammers, etc., it's a fast racetrack.
Oh, it's definitely
it's going to be a case of, do they try and run a 370 and take a risk, or do they dial it back a bit? And if you dial it back and don't put enough horsepower to the start line, that can give you other trouble.
And when you talk about those other troubles, then you're talking about tyre shake, down track and so forth. And because of these conditions being colder, they're naturally making more horsepower again than what they were earlier in the evening. But the colder temperatures, that rubber you got underneath those rear seats gets a little bit stiffer on the track, so it might not have as much bite, but we have seen some quick passes in Pro Alcohol and the Pro Slimmer classes already, so it'll be really interesting to see what these top fuel dragsters do.
The 2 Gulf Western oil-back cars of Rochelle Splatt and Terry Sainty going head-to-head in round 3 of top fuel. The conditions, will they play a part? Every other team is going to be watching what happens here, trying to get a gauge on just exactly the change, if there has been any, in the racing surface.
You don't want to underestimate or overestimate here with the top fuel dragsters.
Oh, both got off the start line, but then rattled the tyres. It's tyre shake.
I think you're right. We're going to have a look at the replay, Rob, but I think they may have underestimated the racetrack. It might have a bit more bite than they're thinking. Once we see the replay here of both Terry Sainty and Rochelle Splatt, we'll find out.
Keep an eye on those rear Goodyear slicks on these cars. You can see them coming out of shape. You can see the marks on the start line. What they want them to do is just spin slightly off the line. They were trying to grip too much and coming out of shape and virtually going square.
Pretty much. You can see there Terry Sainty, he got the win. He rolled through for the win.
It might be quick, but it's 20 win points on the championship for Sainty.
Yeah, Terry Sainty's just getting all the helmet off, and mate, you are looking pretty happy. You guys have a win, but you had to do a bit of a steer job.
Yeah, it shook the tyres pretty hard, and all I remember thinking, geez, it's sideways. I'm glad I didn't bump the throttle again. It would have been nasty. But these things have got so much power. Like, we're really making a lot of power now, and on that run there, we just didn't get it right. But I'm really proud of my crew. I'm proud of Gulf Western for sticking behind us. Eagle Leads, Speedflow Fittings. It's all Aussie companies. Everyone's behind us. I've got the best crew in the pit area, and it's all about really for my dad, Stan Sainty, and all my crew. I just love everybody.
Yeah, well, it's great to hear it's an all-Australian car, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an Aussie free valve. We're running Australian stuff wherever we can. But, the Gulf Western oil, we're running in the rear end. We run the 250 weight, heavy shock oil. We run it in the engine. And if you want to test something, you put it on Nitro. Then you find out how good it is, and we're really happy with it.
We're glad to hear the Nitro Thunder.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Next pairing coming up. Once again, we've got 20 championship points at stake for the winner. The runner-up gets 5 in this race. Keeps those tables and keeps those totals ticking over, but it's not as good as running the championship final, where we'll see Wayne Newby and Ashley Sanford later. They get 40 points for the win and 25 points for the loss.
We see both cars backing up here. Phil Reed to the right of screen. Damien Harris to the left of screen for Rapisarda Autospoort International backing up in that dragster. Basically, when they're backing up, they'll take their foot off the clutch, try and get speed up, and then they'll put their foot back on the clutch and hopefully roll back to minimise the clutch usage as much as possible before the pass.
These cars don't run transmissions. They're just a high gear only direct drive, but the clutch is where it's all at. They're a multi-plate progressive clutch that feeds the power to the rear wheels like a hill start.
Pretty much there, Rob. It's an interesting thing there with the rear slicks. You talk about your street car, you get about 50,000 kilometres on a pair of tyres. Top of your dragster, you get 3 or 4 kilometres. That's about 10 passes.
It's an expensive sport, but it is the fastest accelerating sport in the world.
It's the only tyre in the world rated to 500 kilometres per hour there, that big Goodyear slick on Phil Reed's dragster.
Damien Harris Can he get into the 370s? Oh, tyre shake again. It's a pedal first. Who's going to get there?
It's about the 20 points here, Rob. Phil Reed gets the win, goes 6.33 seconds, 256 kilometres per hour. But I think they've underestimated this track here. The Top Fuel Drags, it's still got a bit of bite. Definitely.
Oh, looks like that track is tight. Matt is down there with Rochelle Splatt.
Yeah, we're here with Rochelle, mate. Probably wasn't your weekend last year. You did a great job getting through to the finals. This year, not quite the luck you had last time.
Yeah, we had a bit of, things have been just sort of getting at us this weekend, but guys have done an amazing job. My crew have worked so hard. We've turned this car around 3 rounds in a row, done a fantastic job. We haven't been out racing for 11 months, so, we've just come out and done a great job with the car. Obviously, it's just little things like the blowout, had tyre shake then. Dropped a cylinder on that first run, which made it a little bit slow. So it's just been little things that have got to us. It's all fixable. We can, work on the data that we've got. Now we've been out racing and, just move forward and do better. But, I'd just like to thank Gulf Western Oil for making it possible for us to be here and be able to do what we love and turn this car around and learn and get a grip on it. And obviously we'll leave this race and, just look at everything and hopefully do better next time we're out. So, but we're still happy. We've had a great time. We've loved being here and we're a happy team.
Yeah, Rochelle, very popular in the pits, that is for sure, with the fans. Now, that shot, that just showed it. They were just trying to rotate the earth. And the tyres, they just went out around and the vibration starts, the tyre shake, the driver gets rattled.
It's like you're inside a washing machine once that tyre shake happens. The driver physically can't keep his foot on the throttle. And you think about the shake through that chassis, through the engine as well. It's not a good thing for the cars at all. The drivers have to lift, get back on it, settle the dragster down. And Phil Reed did enough there to get the win.
Well, there's the Reed team, and it's all about the fact they got the 20 points.
Yeah, you're right, Rob. 20 points is 20 points. And Phil Reed, you got another 20 to go in the bank.
Yeah, mate. I could hear him pedalling. I thought, I'll give it another stab. My brother's probably up there screaming, but but hats off to my guys that make the tracks tight. Like for any other crew chiefs watching, give it some because it shook. But yeah, hats off to McDonald's. All my other great sponsors. Peter from Premier, he can't race this weekend, but he supplies us with some great gear and Northwick engines, people like that, and to the crowd for sticking around. Thank you. So, yeah.
No worries. Well, thanks for coming down and enjoying the night.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys in the commentary box.
Thanks, Matt. And, well, Phil Reed has just confirmed what we were speculating about. That start line has got more traction than the teams expected, and they actually haven't thrown enough horsepower at it in that first sort of 30, 40 metres of the racetrack.
And we spoke about that at the beginning of this session as well, and it is a fine line. You don't know exactly what the track conditions are until you get on that actual surface. So they'd be happy to get another pass later on this evening if there was another round of racing because they've got data now, but it's about what you can do right now and not what you can do next pass.
Well, here's the Lamattina Fuchs Lubricants car with Kelly Betts behind the wheel. This team knows that regardless, Wayne Newby is going to leave here in the lead of the championship. Kelly's going to lose that lead. So important to her to get a win here against Darren Morgan, just to keep that gap tight going into the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals at Willowbank Raceway in June.
Well, the one advantage they've got being the third pairing out after those first two pairings, they have seen what the cars in front of them have done. They can make some minor adjustments here after leaving the pits to the start line. Usually it's like timing adjustments, give it a bit more timing on the hit, a bit more power. But that's pretty much all they can do right now to try and get this car down off the start line.
Well, Aaron Hambridge walks away, the crew chief for Lamattinas. Kelly Betts goes into pre-stage. Darren Morgan goes in beside her. He won't want to be hole shot twice by this reigning champion. Keep an eye on the start line. Will they get it right? Lamattina's dead. Kelly Betts 385, 508 kilometres an hour. I think Morgan succumbed to that dreaded shake, but Kelly Betts grabs another 20 championship points.
Yeah, that's their quickest pass of the weekend as well. It happens here in round 3. She keeps her championship points ticking over. Is it enough to leave this event number 1? We'll find out soon, but Well, you can see the shake in Morgan's car there. Kelly Best streaks away in the Carrot King Straight, so gets a win.
Well, Phil Lamattina, he'll be happy with 3 wins from 3 starts, but it would have been a lot happier with a trophy as well.
Absolutely, that really puts the pressure, I guess, back on Wayne Newby, who's up next to win this race. Phil Lamattina, team owner for Kelly Betts. That keeps you in front for now, depending on what happens with this next round.
Yeah, look, last round we dropped the cylinder on the step, which is quite unusual. So we just didn't really change anything, and the track conditions, obviously, it's tightened up a little bit, but it's quite cold. So it's a really good job by Aaron to get the car down the racetrack, and Kelly's doing a fantastic job, and we'll just see what happens. You know, what did I say before? Rapisarda's tough customers, and they're not going to go down without a fight, that's for sure.
On to the winners from now.
That's it.
Yeah, that's dead set right. Kelly would know that too. The 20 points, you get yourself a round 3 wins. Not often you go to a race meet, win 3 rounds and don't go to the final.
Yeah, I know. Look, that's a great result, and you just said we ran an 85, so at least we threw a bit of a number down there, and hey, we got the 3 wins, we got the max points that we could have got. So now let's see the result of this final. Hopefully, for our benefit, hopefully Ashley wins.
Yeah, it's still great to see a smile on your face, and we'll see you at Winternationals.
Yeah, and look, it'd be awesome to see Wayne win too, but obviously championship-wise, yeah, we need her to win.
So Kelly Betts has just become a rather large Ashley Sanford fan, because if this young American can break through and get her first Top Fuel Championship event win, it will make the final round of the championship up at the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals in June just so tight between this man, Wayne Newby for Titan Cranes and Atlantic Oil Santos Cranes, and of course the fact that Kelly Betts has got 3 wins from 3 starts. That puts the pressure on Newby, Mark.
That it does. I'll give you a little stat, Rob. Ashley Sanford has been in more finals than any other racer this season so far in Top Fuel. This is her 3rd final for the season. 2 runner-ups so far, looking for that first event victory that you just touched on. Wayne Newby, he's looking to get his 2nd win of the season here beside Ashley Sanford.
Well, track conditions come into it here. We have seen 6 cars down the racetrack. 5 of them had tyre shake. It was only the Lamattinas with Kelly Betts on board that managed to get it to the other end in 3.8 seconds. Who's got the right tune-up in here? Is it Rob Cabanino for Ashley Sanford? Is it Santino Rapisarda for Wayne Newby? Whatever. What we do know is it will be another win for Santino Rapisarda and this awesome team that he has put together. Just one more round of the 400 Thunder Australian Top Fuel Championship left. It's up in Queensland. Who's going to go there with the lead? Oh, Ashley didn't want to give up. Wayne Newby would have heard that engine roar back behind him and went, I've got to get back in it, because he was on and off the throttle. Ashley was on and off the throttle. Not a fast race. I didn't even see the times, but I can tell you, it is Wayne Newby for the win. Wayne Newby for the championship lead.
I tell you what, Rob, I think these guys have actually gone the other way. We've seen the rest of the Top Fuel team underestimate this track. Wayne Newby just went 8.29 to the 60 foot. They overpowered the racetrack on both sides there, something we hadn't seen previously. And Wayne Newby gets the win. You watch the front on shots here, you can see the smoke of the tyres. Pedal, pedal, pedal.
Ugly, but a win's a win, and it comes with a championship lead.
Yeah, Wayne Newby, it wasn't a pretty run, but 8.20s into the 60 foot. So you were trying to go down there.
Yeah, we backed it down a little bit because we knew the track was cold and that, but I can't thank Santa Rapisarda enough for letting me drive his hot rod. Atlantic Oil, Titan Cranes, everybody that helps out, my crew. Santino, you're a legend. Santo Juno for building all the motors. Thanks, guys.
The championship lead changes. Wayne Newby, a slender 14-point lead from Kelly Betts. Ashley Sanford's on 312. Phil Reed's on 280. Damien Harris is on 228. Well, you can make up 77 points. Is the most number of points you can gain in an elimination round like the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals. So any of those that are within 77 points of the leader can win the title. It's going to all come down to this. The Gulf Western Oil Winternationals at Willowbank Raceway, 6th to 9th of June. If you're anywhere where you can get trackside, it's going to be an amazing race. Well, what a race in top fuel at the Gulf Western Oil Nitro Thunder here at Sydney Dragway. It has been absolutely amazing competition. Next week, we're going to bring you all of the excitement of those supercharged sedans that are Pro Slammer.